I had 3 boys, and then I had 1 more. Yeah, we found out when I was pregnant with him that he was going to have some significant health problems. His diaphragm had a hole in it so that his stomach, when he was growing inside me, his stomach and his intestines and his liver could float freely throughout his body. So they actually developed up in his chest, which compromised the lung development on the left side and pushed his heart over to one side of his chest. When they were looking at his ultrasounds, they actually gave him an 80% mortality rate, so only 20% chance of actually making it. And that was hard to hear, being pregnant. My water broke early. At 30 weeks along, my water broke, which made the doctors think that I was going to go into labor. And so they actually sent me up to San Francisco to be at the Children's Hospital there. For 4 weeks, I was on hospital bed rest. It was about an hour away from our home, so didn't get a lot of chance to see my family. My husband and kids could make it up when they had the time. But it was 4 weeks of wondering, what's this baby gonna be like when he is born, and what chance at life is he gonna have? So as I became 32 weeks and 34 weeks along, the doctor said that the chance for survival was getting smaller and smaller, that the ultrasounds they were doing were looking and seeing that his lung was so small on the small side that the doctor said there's only a room for a miracle for him to actually even live through the first couple minutes of life, because his little lung, it won't expand when the ventilator's put in to actually even tolerate the ventilator. That was a lot to think about. Right when he was born at 34 weeks, so he was about 6 weeks early. He was born and he let out this little cry. And everyone looked around like, he's not supposed to be able to cry at all with that little of a lung. And when we heard that, we thought maybe we were all wrong, and maybe this boy is meant to stay. And he was, and we get to love him every day. My 3rd child, when we had him, we saw him growing up, we thought, this kid can't be a little brother forever. This boy has to be a big brother. Like, we couldn't imagine being done with our family. And now that we see my 3rd son with this little baby, and he's the big brother now, and he takes care of him, and this little baby adores my 3rd son. Adores, you could see it in his face. Like, I'll be looking at him all day and he won't smile for me. And my 3rd son will walk in the room and like pounce over to him and like jump around his head a little bit, and he'll just watch him like he's watching a circus. That eternal perspective comes every time I see those 2 interact.
Oh, a sandwich. Baby. Okay. Here you go, baby.
They are there for each other, and they are all meant to be in our family.